Whoa, we're live. Hello, everyone on YouTube. Hope you're doing well. There's no one watching yet, but we'll kick off anyway. I've brought along a guest this time. We've got Mattmando. He is a Jedi High Council member on my YouTube channel. So thanks for coming on, Matt. I appreciate it. We're going to just talk Star Wars for a little while. Whether it's an hour and a half, we'll see what happens. But yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, good. Yeah, good. Lockdown is what it is in the UK, but
yep,
it keeps things a bit better. So.
Yes.
So nice. If you want to just kick off with a couple of things I've got recently.
Yeah, cool. Let's do it.
I kind of swindled myself with this one because So I didn't realise the trade paperback wasn't out yet. So I found it online. Saw this. It didn't have the one in the corner, so I thought it was the trade paperback because I think it was £15, which is what they usually are in the UK. Turned up, and it wasn't. And I thought they'd swindled me, but then I realised it's not out. It's not out until September.
So, is that a first printing though?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is pretty cool. It's actually nice. I could actually put it on eBay and get double what I paid for it right now. So still a cool purchase, really.
Yeah, I haven't got into the comics yet. I've bought the first two, plus the Jedi Adventure series by Image Comic? No, IDW, which is the first of the High Republic ones from them as well. So I'm hanging to get into them, but I'm sort of I'm halfway through Into the Dark right now. So that's a good book. Have you read any of the other High Republic books yet?
So I've read Into the Light, the Light of the Jedi. Sorry, Light of the Jedi. Yep. I do want to read Into the Dark, but I don't think there's an audiobook for it. And
yeah, right, okay.
And I do like reading, but I just find that if I start reading at night, I just fall asleep. I can't. I should actually read these days without falling asleep. So if the audiobook comes out, then I will get that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, hopefully that's out around the corner. I did the audiobook with Light of the Jedi, and that was that was really good. So really good. I did read, what was the other one? Test of Courage, and that was a good book as well. That's a sort of a young teen reader sort of thing. That came off pretty good, so I enjoyed that.
I mean, might be aimed at kids, but it's Star Wars, so it's going to be okay, isn't it?
Yeah. I found like a lot of the sort of teen reading books to be like quite good. Like some of the stories have been fantastic. Like Lost Stars, that's probably one of the best.
This is my little boy Harry.
Hey Harry.
No internet.
No internet. I've got internet. Just go see if it works. Go turn it off now.
Oh, I think I've lost you there for a sec. Matt, you've frozen up on me, but that's okay. We'll keep rolling on for a minute. Hopefully you jump back on. If he's having some internet dramas, we'll get him back very shortly. So yeah. Well, I'll let you know when I can hear you again, Matt, if you can hear me on your end. Yeah, we'll keep you there. He's just a bit frozen. So we've got a couple other folks in the watching at the moment, so that's good. Thanks for stopping by. Got a comment here from Rosie Shipman from about 12, 13 hours ago. So getting in nice and early there. OffWorld Adam, how's it going, dude? Appreciate it. All right, we've lost Matt for a minute. Hopefully we'll get him back. He's got the link. So yeah, looks like he's just having some internet troubles, so sorting some stuff out with his kids. So we'll get him back very, very shortly. So yeah, how is everyone watching? It's a little bit earlier than normal, but I wanted to sort of be a little bit more accommodating for Matt because it's early in the morning for him. So not super early, but it's early enough for a Saturday morning. Indeed, we'll get him back here.
There we go.
There we go. We got you.
I've noticed that. It's working now.
Nice, awesome. You get all the internet sorted.
Yeah. This is what I mean when I said earlier. When I was saying I usually have technical difficulties. Internet cut out in the 2 months that I've lived here, but it decides to today.
Yeah, and I guess you've got a full country of lockdown, so everyone's got nothing else to do but sit on the internet. So
basically, yeah, basically.
There goes the world's bandwidth.
Yeah.
Doing good. We've got OffWorld Adam in the comments here. How's your hunting going? It's sort of been a bit quiet, actually, the last couple of weeks. It's sort of been a little bit quiet. I've just I bought a couple of figures on eBay this week, so I'm waiting for them to come in. I just got the Power of the Force A-Wing from my buddy Lockie. He hooked me up. I traded him couple of different VHS tapes for it. So he was asked after some. Well, I had them extra. I had a couple of extra Star Wars on VHS tapes, so we did a swap. And he knows how I've been hunting for an A-Wing for quite a while, so I got that. So I went and got the 30th anniversary collection A-Wing pilot. It was in Taicho Selchu or something like that. So I can't remember I don't know how to pronounce his name. So I've got that one coming, and a couple more Phantom Menace figures on the way. So I think technically Stacey Teen might be Power of the Jedi, and I think Kiadi Mundi coming from episode 1. So just another couple of figures for the Phantom Menace line. Milky Way Skywalker, hello there. hope you're well. Congrats on the A-Wing, great score. I was really happy with it. It had one of the retractable landing gear legs had broken off inside of it, so I managed to disassemble the A-Wing and fix that up, glued that up, and it works a treat now. So yeah, it's a pretty nice vehicle. I've never had an A-Wing. I've always wanted an A-Wing, and it's not until recently that I've got to get an A-Wing. So now I'm going to start hunting for a B-Wing, and yeah, I need a B-Wing and a Y-Wing, Hasbro one. So hopefully I can get one of them soon. Yeah, is there anything else you wanted to kick off a little bit of a discussion about?
Yeah, there's one thing potentially. I have quite reasonably strict sort of borderlines on what I buy. My rule is sort of £20 or $40 in your case for a 6-inch figure.
Yep.
When I used to collect, it was the 3.75 stuff. It used to be £10 for them, and then that's why I don't think I own any deluxe figures, because I still pay the extra £10 for that accessory or whatever. In fact, I think General Grievous is the only one that I've got. I think.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have similar things, or do you just buy what you need?
I pretty much just buy what I want. Like it's like I'm a sucker because I'm like, the deluxe version, the deluxe figures are like $60 down here. So it's I feel like it's a lot for the Jar Jar Binks that comes with a shield.
That's a good example,
Yeah, and then there's some sites they're selling they've got the Phantom Menace 50th anniversary 6-inch figures coming out, like Qui-Gon, Battle Droid, Mace, and Jar Jar. And they've got Jar Jar up for $10 more, and he doesn't come with the shield. Yeah. So,
I mean, the fact this is something worth mentioning. I think the fact that they've obviously Hasbro have sold that to their customers at the same price as the deluxe. That tells me that they know the deluxe isn't worth the extra money, because they know people would only buy the single release, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But there's some figures I get that they can go in deluxe because they're quite solid, but I found like Zeb could have quite easily fit into a normal box.
Zeb's a good example as well.
The Wrecker that's about to come out in the Bad Batch, like he could have quite easily just fit into a smaller box. Like he's not overloaded with accessories and stuff. So I don't know. I just hope that it's kept to a minimum. They can maybe try and fit some of these bigger figures in a regular box, and they don't we get a little figure like Chopper or Yoda and stuff, and they don't drop the price of them because
so Queel's the other one that I'm really struggling to justify the £20 to just get what is essentially a 4-inch figure.
Yeah, so it's a great figure. It's a great figure though. But if you can find him a bit cheaper, like it's probably worth waiting for, because you're not really getting money for plastic there. Whereas, but it's a little bit funny, isn't it? Like it's a bit strange.
when the Rogue One figures came out, I went straight out, paid full price for Cassian, Jin, and Death Trooper, and literally 2 months later they were £5. So everything's tried to be a bit more sort of what's the word? A bit clever. We find that over here we've got Smith's Toys that have kind of replaced Toys R Us or the next closest thing to Toys R Us. I generally find if they take on a line of Star Wars figures, they usually end up on clearance at some point.
Yeah, right.
Whereas the ones that are only on sort of Star Action figures and things, they tend to hold the value. So try and be a bit more clever these days.
Yeah, if you're better person than me and could wait a little bit longer, whereas I'm to this day refreshing my eBay, like waiting for the new wave to drop, and I'm like, I know I've got like a choice of retailers here in Australia that I'm friends with, and I know they're going to have them very soon, but I can't help myself but go and try and get them as soon as possible. I'm absolutely shocking, and I've literally just sort of trying to hammer it in my brain. I'm like, no, just wait. Like, you'll be able to get these things. Someone will have them for you very, very shortly. So just wait. And I get this weird anxiety when I see people in America posting that they've already got these figures that we've got to wait a couple of months for. And I'm like, oh, I need them, but I need to get past that because it's kind of a problem.
Yeah, so I pre-ordered Bo-Katan off Amazon.
Yeah,
and June delivery date, and I started thinking that can't be right. And other people are starting to get theirs now. So I got too anxious on that one thing. I'm too worried that they're going to cancel the order, and so I've ordered it off Star Action figures as well. Which is the only time I've ever done that, but for Bo-Katan.
Yeah, that'll be a good one to have two of anyway if you manage to get to, because you could just keep one with the helmet on, one without it, and you don't have to sort of sacrifice that. I don't know. It's when you start buying two of figures, like two to open, that's when you start having problems.
Yeah.
Adam wants to know how your hunting's going at the moment.
So that's basically it. There's the only things that are actually available to me right now that I could go out and get today would be Queel. And then maybe the Jar Jar if I ordered it. There's not really a hell of a lot else that I haven't got that's available. I did order I don't know if I think it is the same company. Do you remember the BB-8 Sphero that got released at Force Awakens? Now there was a Dio. Is that Sphero as well from Rise of Skywalker?
It may have been. I didn't really pay much attention to it, but
anyway, it turned up on Amazon UK for £25 yesterday. So
okay.
I thought it was pretty good, and the kids will probably enjoy it. So that should turn up at some point today. But
running around the house, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Dio was a cool little droid too.
I did get that as well, actually, which is pretty cool.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, we didn't get that down here anywhere. I'm trying to hunt one down, so I may have to just pay a little bit extra and get it shipped from overseas.
Well, if I'm not particularly bothered about collecting it, I just want to read it. So once I'm done with it, you're more than welcome to have it if you want. You can find a way of sending it over to you.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Because I'm a sucker for collecting magazines, and that one I saw last week. Sith Lord 229 was talking about it.
Yeah.
He got the same one, and he said it was such a good read. So I'm like, I've got to have this thing. But SFX is a little bit funny because it's a British magazine. There's like the odd like newsagent retailer will get them sent down here, but they're sort of priced at that sort of import price, which is a little bit higher. But not very often these days people are getting them because it's just the extra cost. They sit on the shelves, no one buys them, and then they're out of pocket. So it's kind of a little bit hard. So
don't want to get political or anything, but fingers crossed, if one good thing comes out of Brexit, hopefully there'll be some sort of trade deal between Australia and UK, and that will help out that situation. Hopefully,
that'd be handy.
I think there's more important things for us to deal with at the moment, but I think there's I've heard things mentioned about that. So
well, I've hopefully get through this pandemic and then we can get back to business.
Hopefully.
It's funny because it was just there was just a commercial on TV with just me and my wife watching TV, and a commercial came on for people getting the COVID vaccine, and it's like, their promotion is, I'm going to roll up my sleeve for this and I'm going to roll up my sleeve for that. And I realized I'm predominantly right-handed, so I'd have to get the shot in my left arm, and my left arm is just George Lucas. So they get in the face at some point.
Okay.
I don't know whether he's going to get a poke in the eye or
Yeah.
he might end up a bit swollen, looking like he's had Botox or something.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah. Never quite took the plunge for a Star Wars tattoo, but it is potentially something I might do.
What would you get?
This is the problem. I'd probably get the Mythosaur, the Mandalorian Mythosaur. I think
That's a good one.
with my tattoos, I'm never going to not like Star Wars, but my kind of rule is try and have something that, how do I say it? If you went off whatever it was, it could kind of pass as just a general tattoo, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You might struggle with George Lucas with that one.
Yeah, I was just thinking I'm going to have to explain that to like every nurse I have, like that I've got to, like, whether I've got to give blood or get an injection for the rest of my life. I'm going to have to explain who it is. I'm just going to tell them it's my dad.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Are you fellas into collecting comic books? Yeah, I am. Well, you've just got the new one that you showed before, the issue 1. Yeah, such a nice cover. I tend to, with books, with the comics themselves, like I tend to only try and get issue 1s, maybe the occasional issue 2. There are a couple of like 6-issue runs that I've completed as well. There were the movie adaptation series that Marvel put out for, I think they did Force Awakens, Rogue One, Last Jedi, Solo, and they cancelled Rise of Skywalker, so they're not going to do that one. But they were all 6-issue runs, and so I completed them. But for every other sort of issue, it's sort of been just trying to get number 1s. And then for the most part, I just wait for the trade paperbacks to come out. And I'm starting to catch up with that a little bit now. Like in terms of reading, I'm so far behind, it's ridiculous. But I know if I buy the books, I've got them on hand and I can go and, have a bit of a binge read. Yeah, I did actually take a photo because I sent it to a friend today. Where is it? It's just off my trade paperback shelf there. But
cool.
So I'm pretty much up to date with the Marvel stuff, and it just looks cool on the shelf like that. So yeah, do you get many comics?
I tend to, because it's not my focus of my collection. I just pick up the ones that I can find for good prices. Really, I've got about 20.
Yeah.
There's a couple of good eBay stores in the UK that you can find them for about £7 or £8. In fact, again, I don't want to be political. Talking about Brexit, that did put the price of comics up. I don't know why, but it definitely went up by about 25% straight after. So, in fact, it's probably the cost because the cost of the value of the pound went down. But
yeah,
it's probably something to do with that. So yeah, they went from being sort of £10 each for a trade paperback to being more like sort of 14, 15. So yeah, just try and get the ones that find for good prices, really.
Yeah, the Milky Way. Like Jesse, when going back and picking up figures that I like from past lines that are reasonably priced. Well, that's a good thing. That's sort of what I do is sort of in between waves of current figures that are coming out, like, vintage collection wave comes, whether I need them or not, I'll grab what I want. And then it's sort of like there is like a month or two lapse between waves. I find that to be a really good time to sort of just go back and fill some of those holes in the collection. And yeah, whereas where I've given up sort of Marvel Legends, that used to sort of fill that void a little bit, but now it's just like, yeah, cool, I'm going to go back and fill some holes in the Star Wars collection and just grab the odd figure here and there off eBay. So G'day Matt, how you going? It feels like Hasbro is creating an artificial scarcity to get people into buying frenzy and overpaying. There's always one figure per release that is really hard to get. It seems like that, doesn't it? Like, particularly here in Australia, we seem to be getting out of a wave of 4 figures, we seem to get 3 that come out, and then the 4th one will come out like a week or 2 later. I'm not sure what the go with that is, but it's happened with the most recent Archive Wave of Black series. Like the Zing Pop Culture stores down here, they got Han, Luke, and Thrawn, And then like 2 weeks later, they got the Codys, and it was kind of strange that it happened that way. But I think it's just overcharging a little bit from a lot of retailers.
Yeah.
Only One Kenobi, how's it going, man? Thanks for popping in. Yeah, it's evening for me, so. So yeah, let's dig into your sort of life as a Star Wars fan. Where did it all start for you?
So I often sit there trying to remember what my first Star Wars memory is, but I just can't pinpoint it. I must have watched the films first, or it must have been A New Hope or something. Yeah. I do remember one of my dad's friends coming around and dropping off an absolute ton of vintage Star Wars toys. There was 8080s, Millennium Falcon, X-Wing, pretty much, I'd say 80% of the figures. But mum and dad gave all of it away. So
yeah,
it's gone. And I do remember The Phantom Menace really, really vividly. I remember sitting on the edge of the seat and absolutely loving it. It just blew me away.
How old were you when Phantom Menace came out?
So I'm 29 now, so it would have been 7, I think.
Yep.
Or 92, so it would have been 7. I remember when Attack of the Clones came out, I went to school, all my friends had seen it the day before, and I was absolutely gutted. And mum and dad came to pick me up and surprised me and took me straight to the cinema. So that was nice.
Oh, awesome.
And Revenge of the Sith, it was quite cool. Me and my best friend ended up in the same cinema, which is pretty cool. Hi, mates. How's it going?
Hello. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you coming and hanging out. So what are you sort of... no, you continue on. Sorry, I was about to jump in and go again, but that's all right.
I was going to say, the only toy I have from my Star Wars childhood is a Mace Windu. The one that came for Attack of the Clones and had a magnet on his hand. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no lightsaber with it or anything, so it's the only thing that survived.
Was that the one where his eyes were closed? Or was there... Because there were a couple... I think there were 3 different Mace Windows that came out. Because my first Mace Windu figure I got was Attack of the Clones. And he came with like his eyes closed in like and he'd push a button on his back and his lightsaber would swing out to chop off Jango's head.
No, it wasn't that one. He was in a set pose more like that. I think he had one hand squashing, one holding a lightsaber.
Yeah. Well, that's a better one because I even as a kid I still thought that that was a silly figure to. Like with his eyes closed, and I remember getting white out and like painting white dots over his eyes and trying to put black dots so it looked like his eyes were open. And I still have that figure today, but it's not one of the best.
No, I do look at some figures now. I look at some toys that are released for kids. For example, the 5 POA stuff that came out with the Force Awakens. Yeah. And people say, "Oh, they're for kids," but when I was a kid, I wanted more to articulation. Wanted it to be as accurate to the film as possible. So I don't agree with that. I think it's just has been trying to make more money, which they're a business, so it makes sense. Unfortunately.
Adam says, "Bloody hell, I feel old. I'm almost 45." You're not old, just older. Goodies. Thanks for tuning in, man. It's good to catch up with you this morning. He just caught up with Goodies this morning. He hooked me up with this.
Oh, cool.
Galaxy of Adventures Boba Fett. I can't stop looking at it. I've half filmed my review. I need to finish the reviews tomorrow morning, so I will edit them up. And so if anyone's watching now, you'll see that review, and it'll be in 2 parts, and I'll record it like a day apart. So.
I think the Galaxy Adventures and the toy box figures are actually quite cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. I got my lad a Yoda and a Darth Maul, I think.
Oh, nice.
I think they're only sort of £80 or something over here. They're pretty good inflation and stuff, and they feel good quality. Yeah.
Oh, I actually really like the stylization of them. I think they're really cool, I did get a lot of the Disney Toy Box ones while I was over in the States a couple of years ago. I got as many as I could. And I really like them. Like, I really love that Disney Infinity game. That was a lot of fun. And, I don't know. I think I like the Galaxy of Adventures sort of style a little bit more. I
was really tempted to get the Finn from Rise of Skywalker because obviously we never got a Black Series one. But it's that whole thing of you jumping in the line and it's where do you stop? So
yeah. Ed Five's in the house. What's going on, fellow South Aussie? Good to have you pop in. So, what are you sort of collecting now? Like, what's your sort of focus of your Star Wars collecting now? Is it a bit of both scales, or?
So I think it was when I first started, it was all 3.75 inch. I used to look at 6-inch stuff and think, well, it's stupid. You can't get as much variety. You can't get vehicles. And then I did a complete 360, probably about 3 years ago. So I've got no interest in the 5 POA stuff. It just doesn't do it for me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Then the vintage collection came back out, and they were selling from retails at about £15. I thought, well, if I'm going to pay £15 for a 4-inch figure, I may as well just pay £20 and get a 6-inch figure. And that's where it started.
You caught the virus.
Yeah. So I
remember
all of my 4-inch stuff, and yeah.
I remember going back to 2013 when Hasbro's like, yeah, we're going to do some 6-inch figures to, like, same scale as the Marvel Legends that we do. Yeah. And back then they were still doing Marvel Universe, which was their Marvel, like, 3.75-inch stuff. Yeah. And I just thought, nah, it's too hard. It's too hard to get into 6-inch. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Can't make it happen. And I saw a Darth Maul, and I'm like, I'm just going to grab the Darth Maul. Done. That was it. Like, I was all on board as soon as I got that Darth Maul in my hand. I'm like, yeah, I got to get the rest now.
Yeah.
And it was, I'd probably have a lot more money now if I didn't buy that Darth Maul. So it's all Darth Maul's fault.
I'm just going to go off and sort out the kids. It'll be 2 minutes.
Not a problem. Just chilling down at Halloran Hill, a few beers and barbecue. Nice. It's a nice night for it. It was a beautiful day today over here in sunny Adelaide, South Australia. It was a beautiful day. It was about 20, I think it got to about 25 degrees Celsius. Perfect. Sunny. Do you guys have any Lost Line Bright Blue cards? I have the set stored away at the moment. They're really cool. I should probably do a little feature video on them because it's been a while since they've been sort of shown and in the limelight. It was 2012 when they come out. Might have even been 2011 when they did that big sort of Cloud City chamber that came with the carbonite. I want to say carbonized, but it's not. But it's Jar Jar Binks and carbonite. I never got that figure, but I did get the. I remember I bought a case from Big Bad Toy Store that had the 6 regular figures, 6 regular vintage collection figures, and the 6 Lost Line versions. So I opened up all the vintage collection ones and held on to the Lost Line cards, and they've sort of been, I've hung them up. They've been moved around from house to house. They're not in the most fantastic shape, but I need to get myself a couple more star cases to put them in, just so I know that they're safe. Do you remember the Lost Line wave of figures, Matt? They did 6 figures back in like 2012.
What scale were they?
They were 3 3/4, but they were a vintage collection. So they basically put out a nod to when Kenner were coming up with the packaging designs back in, I'd say 76, 77. It was one of these cards. It was bright blue, had a cool Star Wars logo on it, had a picture of the character, and sort of a planet on it. And so they did a little bit of a nod to that. And they released 1 figure from each film. So they did Jar Jar Binks. They did
yes.
Clone Trooper Lieutenant. They did a Shock Trooper from Revenge of the Sith. They did a Sand Trooper, Bespin Leia, sort of in that red and white dress. And then they did Darth Vader from Return of the Jedi. So there were 6 figures that came out, and yeah, they were pretty cool. So I was just sort of saying that, yeah, I do have that set, and yeah, they're not in the best condition, but they're still fine. Like I'm happy to hold on to them. So
did they come with a stand or something? I've seen pictures of them around.
Initially, yeah, they did. Yeah, so they come in like was made to look like the carbon freeze chamber, and out the top popped an extra figure, which was Jar Jar Binks in carbonite, and that thing.
Yes.
Yeah, and that thing goes for stupid money now. So.
It does, yeah, it does.
I think when Adelaide started today, also it did. Yeah, I think we're gonna head down and hit up the Botanic Gardens for a stroll tomorrow morning. Me and the wife. So that's a big I just call it a big hippie festival, but it's a sort of a music, like a indie music festival. That's probably like arty sort of thing down here in Australia. So we're in a pretty lucky place right now where we can start having, like Goody says here, live music and festivals, and everyone's being sort of socially distant and cautious, and everyone's sanitizing and doing all the good stuff and trying to make it work. So everyone's been pretty damn good. So we're very lucky down here that it's pretty close to normal.
Right.
Universal Collector, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Surprised March this time of year can be hot still normally. It's been a funny year. Like we summer down here particularly has not really hit on all cylinders like it normally does. Like we've had, I feel like we maybe have had 5 days that are over 40 degrees, because normally we'll get week or two long heat waves of 40 plus, which I'm sure for you guys out there would be completely unimaginable and unbearable.
I'd book in a couple of weeks off work if that was the case.
Whereas today was like perfect 25, beautiful day. When they're exclusive Jar Jar and Carbonite, that's the ticket. That's the one. Yeah, that's a cool looking figure. That goes for so much money now. I'm just going to do a little eBay search while we're here, while I'm thinking of it. Just to sort of see. I wonder if anyone managed to reproduce that thing. So there are some like customs that people have done. There's one, someone's done a 6-inch. Someone's done a 6-inch one there.
Okay.
Like a custom. That's brilliant. So that's looking at about 70 Australian dollars, which probably isn't terrible, but it doesn't look to be any others. And custom 3D printed, another 3D printed. They don't look too super flash, but
have you got any 3D printed stuff?
I don't know. Yeah, I'd like to get into 3D printing. I wouldn't have a clue where to start, but mainly just for printing like Star Wars toys and accessories and stuff. Like that's why I want it.
The only thing I have is I didn't do this myself. I bought it off eBay. It's a Quinlan Vos lightsaber.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It does, because it's plastic. It feels, how do I say it? It doesn't feel like when you pick up one of the Black Series lightsabers.
Yeah.
It looks cool on the shelf. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Quinlan Vos is one of my favorite Jedi. So yeah, definitely respect that. That's awesome. Definitely. Yeah, I love Quinlan Vos.
I'd love a Quinlan Vos Black Series, but I think there's a few more that will come before that, I think.
Yeah, I think it sounds like the Rey Gold Saber is going to be the next one, I think. But again, they've sort of gone all deluxe on them too, and the prices have been jacked up on them as well. So they've sort of gone from being sort of 250, 300 Australian dollars to like 500, and it's like now they're out of my buying range. So I pretty much decided that I was going to buy my first Black Series lightsaber, and there's a website over here that had a Revan one with a damaged box with a discount. I just missed it. I was waiting until payday and I missed it, unfortunately. Yeah. Damn. And this year, no international acts. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we got enough. We got enough Australian bands there that could fill the slots. I bought the original 6-inch Black Series Yoda. That's it, except for a few I picked up the swap meet at the thrift store for cheap, just too big to display and or store way too many 3.75 to add another scale. Yeah, that's fair. Where he normally is, get above 45 degrees in summer. Yeah, he's about 2 or 3 hours north of where I am, so it's
Okay.
it's amazing how much 2 or 3 hour drive is.
Yeah,
maybe 3 or 4 even. It makes all of difference of like 5 degrees.
we can drive for 6 hours here, and it'll still be mild weather, basically.
40 plus in Ontario is nasty because of humidity. I bet. Yeah, I didn't handle Florida very well when I was over in Florida, and I went up to the Gold Coast in Queensland here in Australia about 8 years ago. Hot, humid spot of the country too. I don't deal well with humidity. It's disgusting. There you go, 3 hours northwest. It's been a while since I've driven up that far. It's been a long while. I need to do another trip out there soon.
Yeah, would love to go to Australia one day, but think Galaxy's Edge is the next on my list for a big trip. So
yeah, likewise. Need to get over there at some point. Can't wait for international travel to pick up again.
One of my best mates went. He would have gone in. When would it have been? It would have been 2 years ago. This August coming, so he just got it after Galaxy's Edge finished, and he got it just before the COVID hit. So he timed it perfectly.
Lucky.
Pretty jealous, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy to think that Disneyland in California has been closed for nearly 12 months.
Yeah.
Well, that's bizarre.
It blows my mind to think that some people live there and live next door to it, and they've got an annual pass and they could just go whenever they want.
It's like people that go there for afternoon drinks, like after work drinks. Like, let's go to Galaxy's Edge and have a blue milk or something. Well, I'm so jealous.
Yeah. I think when we're allowed people back in houses here, mates decided to do a Star Wars day and do maybe a Star Wars quiz and do some Star Wars food and our own, to make our own Galaxy's Edge, basically. We'll get as close to it.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do the same thing. I got the Galaxy's Edge cookbook, and there's some cool sounding food in there, but it's like every time it's like, I've got to think of something for dinner. I don't even consider getting the cookbook out. So maybe I need to get the cookbook and go put it in the kitchen so I think about it every now and then. Yeah.
So is all your collection in that room, or is it some spilled out to other?
Probably most of it's in here. Like I occasionally, like if I'm messing around with a new figure or something, that'll sit out in the living room for for a little while. And my wife's got a Billy bookcase with the Star Wars Barbies that came out over the last couple of years. She's got 5 out of the 7 of those. So I sort of put up a glass doors on a Billy cabinet and put them in there so she can display them outside of my room here.
That's cool.
Yeah, for the most part, I feel I've got my Tikis out there. We've got some artwork hanging up around the house. But yeah, most of the toys and books and stuff is in this room. So yeah, my wife doesn't mind a little bit sort of spilling out to the house, but when it starts to get over the top, it's like, still gonna start pushing it back in the room there.
Yeah.
But one day I got to get a bigger room.
Well, that's every collector's problem, isn't it? Space. So
it is. Eddie, 88 Legos here. I missed your comment up there. How's it going? Thanks for tuning in. He's here every week, every single week. 48 degrees Celsius here sometimes in Phoenix, Arizona. That'd be hot.
Yeah, too hot for me. Definitely.
I'd 100% have an annual pass. I'm with you there. Nick. Like, without a doubt, like, I would try and live as close as like physically possible, and just to be able to just visit that, you know, it's just a cool place to be. Like, just I haven't been to Galaxy's Edge yet, but yeah, I'd love to just be there.
I've watched quite a few videos, and I shouldn't because it upsets me really. But
you just get depressed, don't you?
Yeah, you do. But I love how it's all just in universe. Everything's written in Arabic, and I think only the toilet signs have got any sort of real world.
Yeah.
And obviously it's there, but
I guess that's for safety reasons, isn't it? Really, we gotta.
Yeah, and don't want any upset ladies.
Yeah. Not everyone can read Arabic.
No.
I'd like to learn like how to read it like really well, like, but yeah, it's kind of hard. I've never even tried to ever learn a second language, so it's.
Is it as simple as this letter is an A, this letter is a B, or is there more to it than that?
I think it is, yeah, but I think there's like some joint letter words. Like there's one for AE, there's one for there's a couple of that. So like AE has a word, but not that we in English use AE together very much.
No, I think it's is that a Scandinavian thing? I think
it might be too. They use that sort of A and E that sort of join together. Yeah. Close to the kitchen, I'll have to. I'll have to take it out there. Tiki's are good fun. They're so good. I'm obsessed with them, but they haven't been releasing all of them down here in Australia, so there's a lot I've actually missed. But I've pretty much got most of them that have been released. I still really want to get the big Rancor Tiki that comes with the little Luke. That'd be cool. Razor Crest on top of those dolls. You know what? The Razor Crest is a whole nother drama, and I'm gonna let myself worry about that come like October when it comes out, because I've got nowhere in here for it. So I'm just gonna let future me deal with that.
I would have loved one of the Razor Crest to the barge, but it's in a strange way. I'm kind of glad that I don't collect the 4-inch stuff anymore, because I didn't have to worry about the issues with it. So
yeah. It's pricey stuff, but it's just I got this whole FOMO thing going on where it's just like if I miss out, I'm just going to be devastated. And I was very lucky to get a hold of the barge, but yeah, it's ridiculous.
I would definitely get, if they ever did a 6-inch Black Series scale HasLab, I'd probably get that. On what it is, I'm not sure what they could. Maybe a Red 5 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
They've done a TIE fighter, so yeah, it wouldn't be able to be a big vehicle, would it? Like it would have to be like a small 1-man fighter or 2-man fighter.
I don't think they'll ever do anything that's at the scale of the TIE fighter on a general release again, because I just don't think it performed well. And they probably overproduced. I think so. For £30 a couple of months ago. And they were originally 150. So yeah, they were like 400 down here, which is and I got mine for 100, so it was. Looking forward to enjoying the autumn weather, my favorite time of the year. I think I'd agree with you there. Sort of. It's not quite cold enough yet, but the sort of heat's out of the. But I do like springtime as well. So just for the Disney exclusive figures would be awesome. Absolutely, they do some cool stuff. Yeah.
Do you only collect Black Series, Matt, or do you dabble in some other stuff?
So with Star Wars, it's 99% Black Series. I've got a Kit Fisto and a Nick Sant sideshow up there, just because I managed to get them for good prices, really. And then other than that, it's there's a few more Marvel Legends. I've got these ready to open. Pretty cool.
Awesome.
And some Lego as well. Yeah, I've got Lego up here, but again, Lego's another whole other that you can get dragged into.
Tell me about it. Yeah, I've been there and pulled back, and then every now and then I'm looking at that new Cantina set, and it's just don't make me do it.
The amount of times I've started a collection of something and then sold it 6 months later, I try not to do it anymore, because obviously you probably lose 30% of the value of it every time you do it. Yeah. But it's difficult. But yeah, my Black Sea pretty much all behind me. Could probably get a good shot of it.
Yeah. Yeah, very nice.
Most of it there. And added some lighting to it the other day.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick.
With them is they're the little lights with batteries in.
Oh yeah, yep.
Lasted about 2 weeks before I needed to replace them, so it's a bit of a shame, really. But yeah, so I would like to replace it with something that's got mains power at some point, but
yeah,
it seems like hard work to me. Yeah. Yeah, those Fox Marvel Legends figures are really cool.
Yeah. I've only got the 4 Deadpool figures that have come out so far, but I haven't sort of got into the X-Men stuff yet, and I don't think I will. I think I'll just stick with Deadpool, and if they do any more characters from that, I'll stick with that. So, but I was looking at the Magneto and Professor X set the other day.
So I managed to get that for almost half price off of Comics and Collectibles for anyone in the UK who wants it.
Yep.
That's really good. Well worth the money. It's really, really good.
Have you opened them up?
Yeah. So the issue really
is which one do you pick?
Yeah, which heads do you pick? Because there's 4 different headsets, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Did you gone for the old one?
Yeah, I've gone for Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart, which I really like the new. I really like Fassbender and McAvoy.
Yeah,
I think I'll just swap them over every month or so. Keep it fresh.
It's another Hasbro thing. Like, go buy 2 of these so you can display them all.
Exactly.
But then you got to have them helmets off as well. What they've both got. So Magneto has 4 heads.
Yes.
And Professor X comes with 2. Is that right?
I think that's right. I can't remember where I put the heads, which is another problem that you come across.
I was thinking, does he come with the what's the head thing called?
He might come with a different expression or something. Here we go. Roy.
But yeah, the Patrick Stewart one looks great.
I think it is just the 2 for Professor X. Yeah.
I wonder how long it's going to take for him to get Patrick Stewart a role in a Star Wars movie.
Well, I don't want to sound morbid, but he's getting on, so
yeah. I think that'd be a cool, even just a cameo. Like, I think that would be, or a voice of an alien. Like, that'd be kind of cool. Like, just crossing the streams a little bit. Or Shatner. Get Shatner into Star Wars.
Yeah. I'd love to see. I've always thought I'd love to see Sean Bean in a Star Wars movie. Maybe an old experienced Jedi, maybe in a film or something. That'd be quite.
That'd be cool. He'd have to die though, wouldn't he?
He would have to die. Yeah, inevitably. Yeah.
Cable is such a good figure. He is. I love that figure. The sort of scarf poncho sort of thing that he comes with, I ended up gluing that down just because I didn't like the way it sort of wobbled around and didn't sit right, so I glued that down on mine, and for me it looks a lot better, so it's fine. Cerebro, that's the one.
Yes,
yeah. Did you get any Star Wars items this week? I did. I just got this today from good friend Goody's Toys, the Galaxy of Adventures Boba Fett. I've got him sitting right here because I can't keep my eyes off it. The little flick missile thing, because he comes with... Let's if I can find it. I'm going to be careful because it's right next to the off button on my laptop, and if I bump that, it'll turn it off. So I don't want to do that. So it comes with a little flick missile, and he's got a little button on his back, but for some reason, there's either a spring missing or it's damaged in there and it doesn't. So the button goes in, but it doesn't flick out. So I'm not sure what happened there. It must just be a missing spring, or it's just a faulty, but that's okay because I'll probably end up just gluing that piece in. So I'll be finishing my review of that tomorrow, so I'll give everyone a closer look.
Does he come with it?
No, that's from an old DC Green Lantern figure from the Green Lantern movie, which I will never watch again.
Yeah.
I did just get this today, the issue 199 of Star Wars Insider. It's got the first fiction, like, because they're putting small stories for High Republic in these books now as well. So I think the first one's in here somewhere by Charles Soule. So it's part 1. So it looks like it'll be just another cool story that you'll be able to read as the months go on. What else did I get this week? Not a lot this week. It's been a kind of a quiet week, but not complaining. It's good to save a little bit of money every now and then.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the upcoming TVC waves and rumors? I'm looking forward to the next wave. So Boba Fett, which is apparently going to come out in the next week, but I don't think it will. What else is there? There's Bespin Escape Leia. Yeah, excited about the Boba Fett. I can't even remember what they are now. There's so many figures and stuff all the time that I just completely forget what they are.
I think it was probably the wave before this one, but the Darth Maul looks really cool with the robotic legs. Yeah, it's not quite.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Yeah, that'll be June or July. I think that one's due, so it's probably not too far away. Grief Karga, the Child, and Snaggletooth or Zooton. We want to pronounce it or say it. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about those figures. I'm really looking for that Maul and Ahsoka from Clone Wars Season 7.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to them. In terms of rumors, I know Palpatine's rumored. There's a couple. Go for it.
Yeah, it's like
Screaming Kids or singing, I don't know. Just showing the later waves of Galaxy Adventure figures. Not making it to chain stores. Yeah, I had a good I had a chat with Goody this morning, and he sort of explained why were they not getting them. It's because the old ones aren't selling, and there's a number of reasons why. But yeah, there's still Big W stores are just chock-a-block with those things from the first wave, and it'd be nice to see them out. But I think the last new figure I saw was Han Solo. Blue Harvest Vintage Toys. How's it going, Mark? Red Snaggletooth, that's the one. Edmonton Stormtrooper, hello. Yeah, Maul and Ahsoka look great. I just completely blank on like the rumors. Like I do follow it, and because I don't like religiously make videos about like upcoming stuff and reveals and stuff, it tends to sort of just escape my mind every now and then. It's something I do try to do as often as possible, but don't always sort of throw together the videos. I'll leave that to the pros like Usual Mike and Bosk Bounty and those guys that do their news videos, and keep everyone up to date with those. So
there's hundreds of videos out there like that, so you're just getting caught in the
Every now and then I like to do them just because I like to sort of share my thoughts and stuff on the figures. I did my little rant about the repack wave recently, and I realize now that I think I realized it then too when I did the video that it's cool because there are a lot of collectors that didn't get to buy them the first time that are in the hobby now and buying, and I guess that's it's really good that there are actually new collectors that are able to go back and get these figures that they missed back in 2012, 2013. I sort of respect the need for those repacks every now and then, but maybe if they one in a wave rather than a full wave, like I could be happier with that. But I'd love to see just some more new stuff.
Yeah.
Anyone collect Galoob Micro Machine Action Fleet from the 90s? I recently picked up a few more of the vehicles vehicles with figures, they're super detailed for the size. I didn't. I was sort of, I was still sort of really young, so it was still like Power of the Force figures for me. I think I got a small die-cast Y-wing. I don't know if that was Galoob. It wasn't Micro Machines either. There were ones that come in like a circle packaging. It was sort of purple and came in a bubble. And they did a set of vehicles and stuff. So, but yeah, I didn't. I know Sci-Fi just did a big video on some of his old Galoob ships and stuff like that. He's got some really cool stuff. So
yeah, I think I had pretty much every ship at one point.
Yeah,
they did some Ralph McQuarrie stuff. I even had the Snow Speeder concept, I think.
Oh, awesome.
I'll tell you where they all are now, but they were really cool. They were. And I've often thought about getting back into it, but they're not. I think they're probably a bit more valuable than you'd expect them to be. Like most 90s Star Wars stuff was overproduced, and you can get it for virtually nothing now. But I think they've probably about. I think most in-box stuff you're probably looking about £30 for each ship. I'd say something like that over here. But yeah, they are really cool.
Yeah, I'd like to maybe look into it though, just sort of see what they're like on the secondary market. It's not really something I've sort of gone out and searched for, but I always like the vehicles, and apart from like the Hot Wheels and like the smaller die-cast vehicles, I don't really have many sort of like scale models or anything. So
that's probably the reason I didn't do it, because I've got a few sort of Bandai models that I've painted and things.
Oh, nice. Oh, sweet.
And some slave ones.
Excellent.
I've got an AT-ST that I've been sat on for about 2 months. I need to start building. That frame of mind to motivate yourself to paint stuff.
Yeah. I'm shocking. Like 2 months ago, I bought the Boba Fett model kit with the intention of like turning it into a Mandalorian Boba Fett with like the new painted armor, and I went out and brought an airbrush kit, and it's just sat there, and I was I'm gonna set aside a day for it, and I need to pull my finger out and just do it.
Airbrushes are a difficult one, because I just find that I find that they clog up so easily. I probably need to clean them out better than I do, but probably go through a new one every 6 months, and it's a bit disheartening when you've got to buy a new one every 6 months.
Yeah, I've never tried it, so I'm looking forward to giving it a shot.
Yeah.
The Sith Sea. If I pre-ordered a TVC Cara Dune, is that going to get cancelled now? If it's in stock somewhere, I'd say no. But yeah, I wouldn't count on a pre-order. Yeah, I don't know. I guess if it's from a retailer, I'd probably get in touch with them to see whether they're still going to get it, or if it's worth putting a pre-order down, because if they've got stock that is sort of in transit to them, it might be worth checking on that, and they might be able to tell you whether they've got some on the way. Otherwise, I don't think Hasbro are going to go out of their way to produce anymore now. It's a funny thing how quickly that sort of the whole Cara Dune thing has sort of spiraled out of control with the collecting community and the toys, and Funko's still putting out figures. I think we're still getting the retro Cara Dune coming out in sort of late April, May. But I know they sort of announced they were going to re-release Mandalorian, Cara Dune, Remnant Stormtrooper, I think, and who else was there? Yeah, there was a couple. There was one more figure I think they said they were going to re-release so they could get them out there before the Razor Crest came out. So yeah, whether they stick to that with Cara Dune or not, I'm not sure.
I think from what I've heard, the only pre-order that people are likely to get is the retro one. I think people probably thought if pre-ordered that are probably okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have much hope for the Avengers Collection and Black Series and stuff.
Yeah.
I did the day that all the stuff started kicking off. Star Action Figures had the credit collection of Cara Dune still in stock. And I just I wasn't quick enough, basically. I regret that massively. So I've never managed to get the original one, so and that'll be it now, isn't it? Unless I want to have £200.
Yeah, unless they recast her and they put out a new likeness. So
I hope they don't. Personally, I think it just needs leaving alone now. I don't think it's integral enough to the plot to have to recast it. Personally, we'll see. Right.
I was saying to my mate the other day, it was like, you could go into season 3 of Mandalorian and have him hook up with a new crew of people, and it was just like the other characters sort of. Her specifically, you probably don't need to bring Grief Karga back into her.
Yeah.
His time might be done on Star Wars as well. But you don't need to explain where Cara Dune is and what she's doing. Don't really have to push forward on that. So it'll be interesting. I'm not going to get into it too much because it's a whole nother kettle of fish.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on the Tantive playset? I dig it. I really like it. Have you picked? You're not going to probably pick that one up, not being a 3 3/4 inch collector, but have you?
It is stuff like that tempts me. But then I've got to spend £50 on the playset, and then I've got to spend however much Stormtroopers are these days. So by the time I've actually done something with it, it's £100 plus. With that Darth Vader and things. So
yeah, I did do a review of it. So if you haven't,
I did watch that. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I really like it. I dig it as a playset. Like I'm very tempted to get a second one, but at the same time, that'll be one because I've pretty much got one as a backdrop in my New Hope shelf now.
Yeah.
So it'd pretty much just be another one just to store for playtime.
Yeah.
So it's I'm probably okay to keep the one, and just be happy with that as a cool backdrop for a shelf. So I probably won't worry about getting another. But I really like it. I think it's pretty worth the money. If you can get it a little bit cheaper, even better. I know there's some people on eBay that are splitting up the figure and they're taking the figure out and selling that, and then they're selling the playset separately without the figure because they probably get their money back on the figure alone. So
yeah, that's the only way to get that figure on that card, isn't it? I think.
The Queen's face print is amazing in the repack wave. It is. It's fantastic. I despite what I said about that repack wave, like I've seen them in person now. The Anakin looks really good. The Queen looks great. I haven't seen the TIE Pilot in person yet, but it's a slight variation on the original of the previous release. And the Battle Droid, which I have seen, I'm not super excited about that one, but I should have some reviews of those figures in a couple of weeks, hopefully. So we'll see about that. We'll see how soon they come along. Diecast is always sought after. I guess with diecast is because they're definitely going to last a while, aren't they? So, unless you leave them out in the rain or put them in a bucket of salt water, they're going to last. You're going to get quite a few years out of them.
Yeah.
Whereas plastic, breaks.
I did have a pretty at the time a pretty complete collection of the Hot Wheels stuff that started coming out around 2015.
Yeah.
I decided to sell them. Put them on eBay, about 20 of them. They went for about £3 on an auction. So I was absolutely gutted with that one.
Oh no! Yeah. Were they the cars or the vehicles?
The vehicles, yeah. So I had the X-wing and the snow speeder, and so about 20 of them. So the guy got himself a nice little deal there.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
Oh, good for him. Yeah, pre-ordered TVC Cara Dune with Star Action figures ages ago. I'd just get in touch with them. I'd get in touch with Star Action figures and just ask the question and just say, look, I've got this on pre-order. What are the chances of it being cancelled? And it's no harm in asking the question. They may not have an answer, but they very may well. Hopefully it comes through for you. Hopefully they're able to stick to the pre-order and get that figure to you. So
I think it's worth looking on there. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I think a few of the UK retailers have put posts on their Facebook pages regarding the Cara Dune stuff. They might to see if there's anything that's that gives you any information. And the Black Series and the Echo Base UK Facebook pages are really good as well. there's always loads of information on them as well. So
yeah, cool. Why do you think that the Marvel Legends are much lower quality than the Black Series when Hasbro are in charge of both? I don't know. I've sort of been out of the Marvel Legends game for a little bit now, but I always felt that they were sort of pretty much on par with each other.
Yeah.
You know, showing those sort of Fox figures that you've got there before, the Fox sort of Marvel Legends. And some of them are, like, I've got the 4 Deadpool figures, like I said, and they're fantastic. Like, they're really good quality.
Yeah, I think I've seen quite a few discussions on Facebook about saying the opposite, saying that why the Marvel Legends get so much more for their money. I think something to remember with Marvel Legends is they'll pretty much all come with builder figures. So for every 6 you buy, you get an extra figure that's usually double the size of, it's usually a 10-inch figure or whatever. But they can reuse, for the people who are saying that Marvel Legends is getting more for the money, I think it's really easy to reuse molds with Marvel Legends. Obviously, a Captain America wearing a spandex suit is the same mold as a Cyclops wearing a spandex suit. You know what I mean? So
exactly right. Yeah.
So whereas you can't really use a Darth Vader body to recast to use to bring out a Stormtrooper. So
yeah, exactly. Well, I think Marvel Legends are like, they're basically, you can use the same body mold for 5 years and then do a slight tweak and update it and use that again for another 5 or 10 years and add belts to it, add wristbands, add different paints and vests and accessories and stuff, and all they need to do is redo a new head for a figure and it's just about a new figure. Yeah, basically, especially with the comic ones. Like, I know it's a little bit different with like the MCU live action sort of stuff. So but I think it probably seems to be the way, I think.
Yeah.
Just done some pics of the TIE pilot for tomorrow on Insta. Looks amazing. Nice. Looking forward to that one. Picked up the TIE pilot today from TBC. Nice. Lieutenant Uzizo, I think. They've given him a paint job, so he's based on one of the pilots from the EU. This is Lieutenant Oxixo or something like that. And he's actually got Oxixo. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's Oxixo.
Yeah, I don't know myself.
Oxixo.
Yes.
It's hard to say. It's Star Wars. And Deluxe Black Series Jar Jar finally came in this week. Very impressed with it. I am too. That's still one of the greatest figures of the year so far. It's fantastic.
Yeah, even with my issues with the deluxe prices, I'm still tempted.
Yeah, that's a good one. It says here, I have the Captain America in-game figure with Mjolnir. It looks amazing, but I feel that the joints are not as high quality as Black Series.
Yeah. I've got a Wolverine here, and it's just a bit. It's just, I mean, saying that, I've got Black Series with the same issue, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's not necessarily hit and miss with it with the specific figure either. It's like, it could have just been a bad mold, or a little bit extra plastic went into a joint, not enough plastic went into a mold, and it might just be one figure out of 100 that's got loose legs and wobbly legs, and occasionally I've had to fix figures like that. I remember the Jedi Luke that came out, that was the Jedi Knight Luke that came out.
Oh yeah.
I got him and he had loose legs, so I just sort of my little trick for tightening up joints is just squeezing like the tiniest little bit of super glue into a joint and then just slowly moving it while the glue dries, and it's sort of thick. Say if it's on a ball peg, it'll just add sort of a layer of glue to that peg and just thicken up the joint a little bit, and so it gives it sort of a little bit more of a tighter joint. So I've done that with quite a few figures over the years. It's just the pick of the bunch, I think, you get sometimes. But they're definitely not unfixable, but it does sort of, you pay that sort of money for a figure and you come out and it's loose, or joint pops off or something, and it's kind of like, oh, well, that's, you get bummed out for it.
Yeah, the worst thing I've ever had was the Black Series Plo Koon came with a big smudge of silver paint on his head. But you can't, in the display, you can't really see it, so I'm not too worried.
Any advice for knee joints that are too tight? I would say either hit them with a hairdryer, like if you've if you've got a hairdryer around the house, like put that on sort of, I wouldn't say, you put it on the hot heat mode and just like blow the hairdryer on it until the plastic sort of feels nice and soft and you can get it to move a lot easier. Either that, or I personally boil the kettle and
that's what I do,
hold it in under boiling water for a minute or two. Just pour it into a mug or a glass or a bowl, and then just hold the figure underwater for a minute or two, and then just play with the joint, and hopefully that will sort of loosen up that sort of extra plastic that goes into a joint, and you can get it to move a little bit better as it cools down. So that's probably the best tip.
That's a good advice for weapons that are sort of molded out of place as well, like lightsabers that are bent or swords that are bent or whatever. Dip in a bit of hot water and kind of
flex it back out. Yeah. I do it as well too. Like when a hand joint sort of gets a little bit too loose and the lightsaber might be a little bit loose in the hand, is put it in boiling water and then just sort of hold the figure closed and then run under cold water so the plastic sort of stiffens up again. Yeah. I hear furniture polish paste works good to stiffen up joints. Oh, there you go. I've never tried that.
I've tried that now. Yeah.
What was your favourite figure to come out in the last year and or favourite pickup? We'll go with you first. What was yours, Matt?
So we're talking the last 12 months or 2020?
We'll go the last 12 months.
So to actually be in my hand, probably, I don't know. Actually, no, definitely the new Stormtrooper mold. I absolutely love. I never really quite liked the old Stormtrooper Black Series with the. I always felt the head was too big and the neck was a bit too long, and I think they had to mold it that particular way so it would fit the pauldron for the Sandtrooper. I mean, and it kind of made it it looked a bit weird to me. But yeah, I love the new Stormtrooper. I think it's brilliant. It's just obviously army building is a bit difficult, but I think I managed to get 2 of the normal ones. Got 1 remnant, and I've got the incinerator. So that'd definitely be that choice for me.
Yeah, I'm not sure which. I did like my top 10 like back in January, and I can't even remember what was in it. So I was really excited to get Plo Koon. I remember that one. We'll spin around and have a look. Oh, Zeb was definitely up there.
Yeah,
Zeb was definitely in my top 10. I'd say probably, Zeb was probably my figure of the year, I think. I know it's probably changed since my video that I did 2 months ago. But that's what happens. I can't remember. It changes all the time. It's like my favourite Star Wars movie, like that changes from week to week.
Yeah.
Top of the morning, Mike.
So the new Clone Troopers are worth a shout as well, worth a mention. The new body's pretty cool on them.
All over it, Adam. Don't worry about it. Obviously, completely missed the conversation there. So, yeah, he was looking at the. I think the guy was looking at the furniture polish paste stiffen up joints, and he got the wrong idea. Just watched Boil and Pop video trash compactor custom. I haven't seen that.
Yeah. And the comments have taken a turn for the worst.
Seems to have for the minute, but we'll just let them go for a minute. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? We'll probably look at wrapping up in the next sort of 15 minutes. We're at about an hour and a quarter.
So a couple of things I could show off. A couple of customs I could show off. Try not to knock any of this over. So I did a Hawkback Battalion clone, which is pretty cool.
Oh, nice. That's a cool idea.
They were only ever shown in the original. Is it Tarkovsky Clone Wars series? Was the only ever appearance? But I just think it's a really cool design. And, looks cool with the poncho.
Did you sort of muddy it up a little bit?
Yeah. So if I think they're really difficult to get in Australia, but Games Workshop do a paint called Sterling Wood. It's a brown paint, but it's got chunks in it and it's got bits in it, so it looks like. I get to show it close to you. It looks like real mud as opposed to just a flat paint.
Yeah, nice.
Really quite cool.
That's awesome.
And then Shadow Trooper. These are
excellent. Yeah, I've got a couple of the 3 3/4 ones of that. That's Well, I've got one at least.
They're just from knockoff clones that you can get off. I don't know whether this website's in Australia, but there's a website called AliExpress. It's just And they don't. The good thing about them is they always put the value is below £5, so you don't get customs charge.
Oh, awesome!
So it's worth getting some off there. This is probably my favourite. This is taken from the Last Jedi Kylo Ren. I took Windows robe, made a lightsaber for him, and just painted him up and made a little Jedi robe. It's supposed to be a Ben Solo, basically.
That's cool.
Yeah, but that's as far as it's gone. I do have some other stuff ready to make. To make another phase 2 clone trooper. There's someone on the UK Black Series site selling 3D printed stuff. So.
Oh, awesome! Nice.
But yeah, just I'm waiting for Hobbycraft to open again, so I can go and get the white spray paint and just do a normal sort of phase 2 white trooper.
Yeah.
I think looking online, I think on spray cans you have to pay quite a bit of postage. I think it's like £4 or £5, and for a spray can that only costs £4 or £5, feels a bit silly. So yeah,
I haven't done a lot of customizing myself lately, but I just did. I got the Leia Bouche figure from the Black Series, and that one was always too tall. Like, it bothered me that Leia was way too tall in that figure. So I managed to pop off the joints at the thighs, cut them down, drilled some new holes, and sort of just popped those legs back on. It was a little bit more to it than that, but I managed to make it work, and she's sort of at the same height of all the other layers now, so I'm kind of happy with how it's displaying. Yeah, so I hope they revisit that figure one day, but
it's the thing with the customs. I was always so worried about ruining a £20 figure, basically. You got to dive yourself in and give it a go.
You do, yeah, absolutely. Question here: What are the best 6-inch figures that could be revealed to 3.75? Oh, that's a good one.
Is there many that haven't been released in? I think probably a lot of the sequel stuff never got a 3.75-inch release.
I'd like to see a Supreme Leader Kylo Ren come to 3.75.
Yeah.
Cal Kestis from Jedi Fallen Order. That'd be cool. I'm just going to turn around and look again. I'll probably say like Last Jedi Rey and Kylo Ren. Why they're not in vintage collection yet, I got no idea. Good choice with the new Stormtrooper figures, way better molded. They're fantastic, aren't they? Just opening some mini rigs, nice. Salacious Rum is in the house. Yeah, some cool customs. I do like tweaking around with the figures every now and then. So it's cool to sort of just change outfits and stuff like that. So I'm getting a little bit of echo on his end. There's lots of hellos here in the comments right now. Can hear the kids mucking around in the background there. Bring him in for a chat.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to leave all now to try and be a good dad. So
yeah, that's right, man. I appreciate you hanging around for a little while, and yeah, gotta
really good.
Yeah, we'll get you back on again, and we'll catch up and have another chat soon. So
always available Saturday mornings. So yeah.
Yep, awesome. Yep.
Give me a shout. See you all later.
For sure. No worries. Cheers, man. Awesome. So I'll wrap up very shortly. So yeah, big thanks to Matt. He's a big supporter of the channel. Yeah, he jumped up to the top tier of my memberships. So yeah, I thought it was only fair that I invite him on to come and have a chat and hang out and talk some Star Wars. So yeah, really, really fun. We got some Pala Boys in the house. I did jump and watch the Pala Boys earlier today for a little while. I didn't jump into the comments because I was talking with the wife and she didn't want me to be too distracted. So any luck with the projector field movies? Not at this stage. I'm not really in a hurry to sort of source one, to be honest. Eventually I'll decide to hunt one down and come across one. So I'd love to get one just for the sake of it, but yeah, it's not really high on the agenda at the moment. So I was going to try some customs on the retro figures. There's some cool Polish bootleg designs I want to try. Nice, that'd be cool. I'd like to do one of the you know, the Uze figures. There was like the blue Senate Guard, I think it was. No, it was a blue Snowtrooper, and there was the one that was playing with the calculator. I saw him at Rancho Obi-Wan, but yeah, that'd be cool. I got a couple of the retro Boba Fett's recently. I did a video on them, and I was tempted to get another one to repaint as Mando, and then I remembered that they're doing the Mandalorian wave. So Ascension gun Padme has arrived. Awesome. Oh, thanks again, Matt. I appreciate you hanging out. Had a good time. We'll definitely chat again. Blue Stars, that's the one. Always talk to the missus. Yep, that's good advice. All right, folks, I might start wrapping it up now. If anyone else has got any other questions they want to hit me up this week, that'll be cool. We'll try and answer them as orderly as possible. But yeah, I had a good time tonight. So if I was going to get any bootleg, it would be Uze. They're so just freaking weird. Like, I love the Death Star gunner, Death Star Troop, whatever it was, Death Squad commander. You know, he's punching buttons on a calculator like that. That cracks me up. But yeah, they're fun. They're this. Thanks you too, my friend. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out. I appreciate it. Got some reviews coming up tomorrow. I've got a long weekend, so I've still got 2 days off after today. So that's awesome. I'm stoked. Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully get out there some toy photography. Record some videos. I've got a couple to go up tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to punching them out, getting them out into the big wide world. And yeah, I want to do a little video just sort of announcing that I would like to start taking requests for videos. If anyone's got any ideas, I've got a bit of a list going of videos that I need to get done and put up, but I'm trying not to make it feel like work too much. But yeah, anyone wants to request some like figure reviews that I may not have done in the past, or some figures that I have done in the past that would like an updated, better quality review, like, you know, just hit me up. So hopefully I'll put a video up of that soon. Thank you very much, Edmonton Stormtrooper. Thanks again, goodies. Appreciate you hanging out, man. I will we'll get those videos up tomorrow. I'm looking forward to. I haven't touched the statue yet. Just sort of put it down in here, and I'm looking at it. I did realize that the back of the box says Star Wars Rebels, but it is clearly the Clone Wars Ahsoka. So I will endeavor to bring that up in the video. So I find that to be a little bit interesting. I'm just looking at it down on the floor here. But yeah, looking forward to opening up and having a look. So want to come on the Palaboys Monday morning? You know what? I'm going to punch that in my phone right now. I could probably make that happen. Absolutely. I'd be super keen. I'm just going to put it in notes. Remember. My wife doesn't mind. Like, she thinks it's cool that I come online and talk to people. Like, it's my little out. I'll try and work out what time that will be for me. Would you say it was 11 p.m. Sunday night UK time? 11 p.m. UK. I'll just put that down and I'll work it out later. And yeah, hit me up with a message somewhere, and definitely be keen to join in, even if I'm, coming in half hour late or something. So I've got a website up here with time conversions. So if I just go, bear with me for a second, folks, and then I'll 23 p.m. maybe 9:30 a.m. actually. That could work. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down, Mark. Hit me up. Hopefully the wife has nothing planned. That'll be the only thing. So she wants to do something. That'll be the only thing that stops me from doing so. But yep, pencil it down. I'll tentatively booked. Thank you for the offer. I really appreciate it. I got a quick question here, Todd. Hey, Jesse, do you reckon we'll get Mando Boba in either Black Series or Vintage Collection this year? I think we will, probably closer to the end of the year before Book of Boba Fett comes out. Absolutely. It'd almost be rude not to. It'd be very rude. If Hasbro is not on that from the moment he debuted in Mandalorian, they've got something wrong with them. All right, folks. I appreciate you all stopping by, coming and hanging out tonight. We got 20 odd people in the chat. It was great fun. It was good to talk to Matt. Like I said, he's a big supporter of the channel. Yeah, he's my second member, but he's on the highest tier. So I really appreciate his support. I really appreciate everyone's support. It means a lot to me. I have a great time doing this, and it means a lot to be able to come and hang out with some awesome people on the internet on a Saturday night. So. Yeah, may the force be with you, everyone. I hope you all have a great weekend, great week, and we'll see you very much. See you very, very, very soon. Maybe Monday morning on the Palaboys. Stay tuned for that. All right, see you guys.